Hi everyone, so as you know, throughout this month I'm making these how-to videos and I'm coming down to the last few videos now, and what I want to talk about is something that I was talking about recently with one of my clients, and that is about how to connect with others. So Deepak Chopra, who's a spiritual guru, he's made either a video or a book about this topic. So he talks about the 7 deep ways to connect. You can find if you go on YouTube and you put Deepak Chopra and you put 7 ways to connect, then it should come up. So the first thing that I'm going to give you 4 tips. The first tip is to just start small. Start with saying hello to people, engaging. You know, it doesn't have to be anything deep and meaningful, but if you go into a supermarket, you can maybe talk to the security guard, have a little chat. If you are on holiday, you can just, if you're sat on a beach anyway, or you're just on a holiday on your own or as a couple, you can just reach over to the next table really and maybe just say hello to someone. On my short breaks, if I'm down in the breakfast room, if I go to not Airbnb, a guest house or B&B, then I will have a little chat, even if it's just about the breakfast, the breakfast is nice, something like that. So start engaging on the smaller level, because then that will be easier to connect on a deeper level. If you can't do the basics by saying hello to someone, engaging in small talk, then it's going to be really hard when you're in a deep and meaningful relationship, or if you're with people that you care about, being able to engage with them as well. The second thing is to tell people what you want and what you need. People are not always going to be able to understand what it is you want, whether you're in a friendship, a relationship, whether it's your colleagues. We can't expect people to read our minds, but also we can't expect people to know that we want a deeper connection than what we're behaving. So if we're behaving in a really casual way towards someone, we can't then expect them to know that you want something more, something deeper. If we're not engaging in conversation with people, we're keeping it very abrupt, we're keeping it very short, we can't expect them to know that, we want more. It's got to be a two-way thing. You've got to be able to just be open and just be more vulnerable at times with people. If you want something more, it's about making that risk, taking that risk, saying to someone, we're not in a relationship anymore, we should be friends, or connecting with people who you haven't spoke to in years. As I've said this, I think, on one of my other videos. I was friends with someone when we were teenagers, and we just went our separate ways. She had children, she moved to a different area, we lost contact. But recently, Christmas of last year, we got back in touch after 20 years and we went for Christmas lunch together, and then we've kept in touch ever since. We've met up a few times, we've WhatsApp each other. She phoned me on my birthday. This is someone that I lost contact with for 20 years, but now we've just picked things back up. So you have to be ready to take those risks if you want those deeper connections. The next thing is to do something for someone else without expectation. This is a really good way to connect. You can connect by giving without wanting to receive. So if you do certain things for people because you care about them enough and that gives you satisfaction, then that's a way of connecting, because that person will be really thankful. So some things you can do don't have to involve money. Before my mum's, I think it's a family member of mine, but I don't know where the connection is. I think it's like a great aunt or someone. She was in her 90s. I used to go and visit her every time I'd be in that area, and I'd just sit with her for 10-20 minutes. Sometimes I'd bring her a McDonald's. My mum used to tell me off and say, don't feed her McDonald's and things. But, it was a good few months where I'd just pass by, sit with her. And for those 20-minute visits and stuff, she used to always say to my mum, oh, I really like when Marianne comes to visit. I wasn't expecting anything from her. She wasn't giving me anything. It was just about, time, me saying that I care about this person enough. And she was in her late 80s. When she passed away, I went to the funeral and things. And it's that connection that you can get by giving without receiving. And the final one is to open up your heart, open your heart to the possibility of deeper connections. If you're closed off as a person, or if your heart isn't open, then you're going to struggle with any connections. It starts with, as I've said, the basics. If you can't even say hello and goodbye to your colleagues, if you can't even have a bit of a chit chat in the queue, everyone in the UK, when we're queuing up, we talk about nonsense like the weather, You know, we talk about like food, all sorts of little things. As I said, how are you going to then have an open heart to have a deep and meaningful connection in your relationships with others? It really does, they're all linked. You know, you have to walk around with a loving heart. You have to walk around with a certain type of energy. You have to be able to connect on different levels. If you learn how to do that, then you should be able to form deeper connections with everyone. So thanks for watching. And as I've said throughout this month, when it gets to the end of the month, I will no longer be doing these how-to videos. I'll go back to posting on my normal uploads, which are normally once a week or every few days. So thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget to leave your comments. Bye.